Hello guys, we are welcome back. So in the previous video we had an overview of the interface of the Windows Server backup, and in this video we are going to do an actual backup. So what's going to happen is this: to make a backup you can either schedule the backup or you can do a one-time backup. And like I said, a scheduled backup is going to perform what we call the incremental backup, and then the backup once is going to do a single comprehensive backup. So we are going to select backup once. Now because we selected backup once, you notice that the scheduled backup is grayed out. But then let me cancel this and then walk you through how the scheduled backup works. When I select scheduled backups, it says what to create a backup schedule. You first need to decide what you are going to backup, whether you want to do a full server backup, a system state backup, selected files or folder and volume backup, and then how often you want the backup to occur, because scheduled backup is going to ensure that at certain time intervals or certain days, the system is automatically going to back up to where you specify that it should back up. So you need to specify where you are going to do the backup and how often you want the backup to be done. So when I click next, it's going to ask me, what type of backup do I want to do? Is it going to be a full server backup, which comprises of everything on the server, or I'm going to choose certain volumes or certain files that I want to back up? From here, I can select next. Then I need to specify the time for the backup, how frequent the backup should be done. So I have once a day or have more than once a day. So it depends. It's all about planning. So if you have a proper backup policy within your organization, then you can actually base on the backup policy and then determine how you are going to be backing up, whether you're going to back up once a day or you're going to back up more than once a day. But one thing that you need to understand is that backup should not be done during working hours. Reason is that if people are working and then you are backing up the system, certain files are not going to get backed up, especially if people are using those files. So please keep this in mind, that you should plan your backup properly and choose a time where the backup will not interfere with the active works of the people within the organization. If not, they are not going to have certain important files backed up. So I'm going to cancel out of this and I'm going to select backup once. So backup once, I click next. Then I still have the option to do a full backup or just a custom backup So from here I click next. Now I need to specify where I want the backup to be stored. So choose the destination type. So I have local drives, which I can either use a local disk or a DVD drive. Then I have a remote shared folder, so I can also decide to back up onto a remote shared folder. If I have a DR site, then I can decide that the backup should be sent to the DR site directly. From here, so I'm going to maintain the local drive, so I click next. So I have a 30 gig volume that I attached. I told you in the previous video that you should attach another drive for your backup. Now with the backup ones, it can actually share the volume. But then with the scheduled backup, it dedicates the entire drive for backup. So I click next. So it says what? The selected volume is also included in the list of items to backup. Do you want to exclude this? Yes, I want, because I selected a full server backup. It has selected all the volumes in the system. So the drive that I want to use must be exempted from the backup. So I click OK. So it's going to show me the items that are going to be backed up. So the bare metal recovery is going to be created. The EFI partition is going to be backed up. The local disk is going to be backed up. Then the recovery disk is also going to be what? Backed up. Then we have the system state. Now the next is to click backup. Now I must tell you, this is going to fail. And I will explain why it's going to fail and what we can do to actually fix the problem. So watch this. When it fails, we are going to pause. In the next video, I will walk you through what went wrong and how to fix this, and then continue with your backup so that if you face this in the real life environment, you will know how to go about it. So thank you for watching this video. In the next video, we will fix this error and then we will back up our server.